Oh, we recommissioned a bird. Cool. I will eliminate your bird. Cool. I'll stay right there. And that gives us lethal. My thanks. We got that lethal because of Get Lost, so remember that.
So what I have for you today is a deck that I've showcased on the channel before, but I really think that a new player just coming to the game that is on a budget is going to appreciate this deck as well. So what I have for you today is a Mono-White Aggro deck. And this deck is very cheap, it is low to the ground, and it's very good at turning cardboard rectangles sideways. So if you're into that and you don't necessarily want to play red, then maybe this is a good alternative for you. So let's go see how this works.
Today's budget offering is Mono-White Aggro. This is a very low to the ground and fairly inexpensive deck to build. This deck sports 15 rares in the main, with 2 additional rares in the land section here. So it's 17 rares total. The rares that we're looking at are Invasion of Gobakhan, the Talia, Guardian of Thraben, Valiant Veteran, Brutal Cathar, Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, and 2 copies of Eiganjo. You can cut the 2 copies of Eiganjo if you don't want to craft them. They're not 100% necessary, but they are nice to have, as you can use this for removal with Talia on the board, because Talia will not increase the cost of the channel here. It'll actually reduce the cost because Talia happens to be a legendary creature. The only non-creature spells in the deck are 4 copies of Ossification and the 3 Invasion of Gobakhan. Invasion of Gobakhan, you do have to be careful when playing this with Talia on the table, because Talia will increase the cost of Light Shield Array to 1 colorless. So if you are going to attack into Light Shield Array, do make sure that you have at least 1 mana open to make it so you can cast the back half of this card. But other than that, you're not going to have too much difficulty with this deck. The deck wants to start the game off early with Yoshin Frontliner and Recruitment Officer on turn 1, then into turn 2 with Cathar Commandos, Coppercoat Vanguards, and Valiant Veteran or Talia. You typically, if you're going to be casting something in the main, you want it to be Valiant Veteran, Talia, or Coppercoat Vanguard. If you want to hold mana open to surprise your opponent, Cathar Commando and Resolute Reinforcements both have flash, so you can cast those when your opponent attacks into you to give up surprise blockers. Or wait until the end of your opponent's turn, cast them at the end of turn, and then on your follow-up turn, they will not have Summoning Sickness and can attack immediately. In the 3-drops, you got Brutal Cathar as removal, and Adeline as additional aggressive power. So that's it. That's the deck. It's really straightforward, low to the ground, and I think it will get you some easy wins if you're just starting the game. So here we go. Let's go play. Okay, so we're looking at 3 planes, a Recruitment Officer, a Coppercoat Vanguard, an Ossification, and Adeline. So that's 1 into 2 into 3 with a removal. It's honestly pretty good. So we'll keep it. That is a nice card back. I wonder where they got that from. Okay, cool. So it looks like we're on the play, which is great for us. Drop a Recruitment Officer and pass the turn. Alright, they play Neville Sleeper. We're seeing a lot of mono black today. Okay, they choose block. Good for them. I'll play Talia. Pass the turn. They play Deep Cavern Bat. Probably you want to take the Ossification. This is the only removal in my hand. Because if you take anything else, I'll just cast Ossification to remove your Deep Cavern Bat and get back what you take. Seems to be a difficult choice for you. Either that or you're lagging. Come on, Sumo. Okay, so she took the Adeline, surprisingly. Alright, let's go here. And let's get rid of your dude. Get my card back. Attack for 2. Cast another bat. Nope, nope, cast a cut down. That's fine. Let's see here. Get some boys out there. Edict. Alright. Drop that. Oh, my turn. Go ahead and cast Adeline. Attack for 2 and 3. Imagine they're probably running low on removal at this point. Okay, they play Sheldred. Drop return. Perfect. Resolve. Okay. Let's see. Other soldiers get both exile from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter each soldier you control. That's not a soldier though. But it will get bigger in just a moment here. So what we'll do is we'll attack. Let's see if they want to block my Adeline. Okay. Blocks the Adeline. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to utilize this ability right now to pump everyone else up. Oh, shoot. It only applies to soldiers. That might be a flaw in the deck building right there. That's fine though. No big deal. Swing in. Take 6. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. And we attack. Finish the game. I'm honestly surprised they didn't concede that last turn. It's not often someone actually sits there and takes it. Okay, so we're looking at 2 planes, Ossification, 2 Resolute Reinforcements, a Valiant Veteran, and Adeline. It appears to be playable. Let's see if it is. Interesting card backs. So we play a Mirex into Voldaren Epicure. Okay, my turn. Play that. And we will play the Resolute Reinforcements at the end of their turn. Okay, this is Boros Convoke. Block there. Alright, let's go and play that Plains. Play Adeline. Attack with the Resolute Reinforcements. Adeline triggers, creates a 1/1 human. Or soldier, I mean. Oh no. She makes soldiers. Humans. I can't talk. Alright, block with both. Bing bing. Alright, play a land. And play Novice Inspector. Yeah, this is definitely the Convoke deck. Alright, my turn. Play that into a Valiant Veteran. Actually, do we want to play the Valiant Veteran? No. We'll play the Resolute Reinforcements. And then we'll attack. Alright. You want to block there? Take 4. End the turn. Sacrifice clue, draw a card. Wonder if they're looking for something specific. Maybe a lightning helix or something to deal with Adeline. Human. It's the Cavern of Souls. An interesting looking Cavern of Souls at that. Knight Errant of Eos. Okay. Resolve. So they get to look at the top 1 card of their library? Yeah. Alright, end of your turn. Play the Cathar Commando. Play a Plains. Play a Valiant. Also play an Ossification to get rid of your Knight Errant. A Swing Batter. They are at 1 health remaining. What can they do? I don't think they're going to play any kind of sweeper with that deck. Gleeful Demolition. Destroy a target artifact. If you control that artifact, create 3 goblins. No goblins for you. Okay, we are looking at 3 planes: Cathar Commando, Resolute Reinforcements, Talia, and Brutal Cathar. So let's see if we can make it work. Alright, let's go ahead and play that planes. Drop down, did. Thank you. Alright, looks like we're up against a potential Azorius control deck. So we'll start with a Talia. Cast Otherworldly Gaze. Let's see what they got here. Sleight of Hand and Helping Hand. Okay. Return target creature card with okay, this is the Azorius mentor deck. Okay, so we need to hold on to that. So next, I'll attack. They're going to consider their options. I'm going to play Cathar Commando. Sleight of Hand goes bye-bye. Oh, tell him I gotta get lost. That's not very kind of you. But I appreciate the map tokens. Alright, my turn. Let's go ahead and activate this. We're gonna make him explore. Resolve. Yeah, that can stay right there. Yeah, let's do it again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll swing for 5. Bink. Alright. Swat him down to 10. Boom, 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 doom. Oh. Play it in that ganja. You want to make him get lost? That's fine. He's gone. Bye-bye. Pass. Alright, my turn. Play the Resolute Reinforcements. Ooh, no counter spell. Interesting. Alright. Play that Plains. Play that Valiant Veteran. Okay. And get lost on the Valiant Veteran. Okay. Alright, let's play Veteran then. Enter. Playing a lot of Get Lost. That's what, 3 of them? Yeah. Pick Lock Prankster. Gonna get that Get Lost back, huh? Oh, we recommissioned a bird. Cool. I will eliminate your bird. Cool. I'll stay right there. And that gives us lethal. My thanks. We got that lethal because of Get Lost, so remember that. Okay, we played our games and we're back with the post-game wrap-up, and I'd like to detail my thoughts on some of the card choices and things I might want to change. So, with the Yoshin Frontliner and the Recruitment Officer being the only 1-drops in the deck, I'm thinking I might want to drop something in here and increase the amount of 1-drops. A good 1-drop to try and bring in is the, gosh, what is the name of the card? It's from Lost Cabins of Ixalan. It's a 1-drop. Where are you at? There you go. Warden of the Inner Sky would be a decent card to bring in for the 1-drop slot. However, it is a rare, and that's kind of why I did not include it in this list. So if you do have some spare rare wild cards laying around, it would definitely fit in this deck, because you definitely do go a little wide with this, and using its ability would actually be relevant, especially if your opponent keeps giving you map tokens from Get Lost. So aside from that, there was a little bit of like non-bow action here with not so much Valiant Veteran, but Coppercoat Vanguard. There were a few of the cards in this deck that didn't get the benefit from this because they weren't humans. Like specifically, the token soldier that comes from Resolute Reinforcements. Even though the reinforcements themselves are a human soldier, the token that it creates is not a human for some reason. So the Coppercoat Vanguard will only give +1 instead of +2 across both of them. Invasion of Gobakon is a very, very solid card. I do love playing this card a lot. Even though we didn't get to showcase it in today's video, I have showcased this card in a few decks in the past, and it is a very solid card. So I do stand by it. That and Ossification being the only spells or non-creature spells in the deck, it's good with Thalia. It's like I typically want to run Thalia only in decks that run a handful or no non-creature spells whatsoever. So I don't feel too bad about the few situations we got ourselves in that made a few of our spells unplayable, because it hurt our opponent more than it hurt us. So I'm gonna definitely want to keep Talia in here. Aside from that, Brutal Cathar and Adeline are absolutely stellar for this deck. They work very well, and they work very good for the goal of this deck, which is just to go wide on our side of the board and eliminate as many threats from the opposing side of the board as possible. Also, Eiganjo, Sea of the Empire, does a great job of that as well. So that's it right there. The only real changes I would probably make to this deck is maybe removing a 2-drop or a 3-drop in favor of another 1-drop, just so that you can kind of secure having enough 1-drops in your opening hand. So yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the deck. I will put a link to the deck list in the description box down below, so you can take this out for a spin if you like. And again, it's a pretty budget build. It's only running 17 rares and mythics. But again, if you don't want to spend the wild cards on Eiganjo, you can just slap 22 planes in this deck and it will still function just the same. So there you go. That's the deck. Now that you've seen it, go play some games. Take care of yourselves.